Welcome back to Doctor Lautrec. So, let's do some more side quests.
We'll try to contain ourselves
Are you here?
Let's
due
try,
to this
let's
exciting
try,
game.
Yes, let's try focus more on the actual game this time. An ancient flying ship. Okay, Jova, why don't you try solving... Let's make a game out of this. You try solving the riddle in the background while me and Shiroi play the characters. See if you can figure things out before the characters do.
As a means of travel, it would be
Unless one of my characters shows up.
It's not going to show up in this one, so
what I
feel free.
meant was... Oh, never mind.
Anyway.
The location of a piece of a flying ship is hidden on that map.
Alright.
A flying ship? You mean an airship? Who knows?
Probably
But
has
the
something to
most
do with
interesting
Napoleon
thing is
Bonaparte
this.
again.
The ship is said to have been built thousands of years ago.
Go on.
Why, monsieur? Did I find
Oh my god, he's
this
actually
strike
caring
a
about
chord?
something?
That ship fragment may be the missing link that proves a certain myth to be true. It is a piece of a great mystery.
The story is likely to be fake, but the treasure may be alive.
But I thought you
As in
didn't care an
treasure
inkling about the
animatic,
treasure.
Doctor.
No.
Oh, that
alright.
treasure.
Treasure
Never
animatus,
mind.
Jova.
Never mind, I get it.
Alright, Shiroi. Let's start
Okay.
unraveling the riddle, shall we?
As usual, I have no idea what it means.
Yep.
The departed
Well, at
emperor
least now you're
passes
Oh,
honest.
you're
the
useless,
step.
aren't you? Are you prepared to learn what it means?
Let me guess, this probably had something to do with one of those
Yeah,
ships
no,
that Napoleon got while in Egypt.
The sad part is that by the time we get to, I think it's part 6, if I remember correctly. By the time we get to the part 6, or is it part 8? No, actually it's part 8. By the time we get to part 8, we're actually going to learn about Sophie's backstory and how she met the daughter. And that does a great deal in making her more likable. Definitely more likable than the fucking daughter, at least. Anyway,
The part about passing under, and the part about a star.
yes.
I'm guessing it has to do with Napoleon's death, since
Yes.
it does say emperor
You
again.
must consider them one at a time. Once you figure one out, the rest may fall into place.
And since Napoleon went all over the world, it's probably one of the ships he captured in one of his many adventures.
The question is, which one to start with? You mean... Oh,
You
sorry.
mean departed emperor passed under or star?
Basically, Shiro, in case you can't read it, the riddle is the departed emperor passed under the star. So which one would you say we start with? Which particular part of that sentence would you start with?
Maybe this might be intuitive.
Which do you think it is, Sophie? Departed emperor, star, or passed under?
Huh. Okay, this is a bit intuitive. I guess.
I'm giving some time for us to, consider, for you guys to consider the options yourselves.
I'm guessing departed emperor. Since it's probably looking to Napoleon. Ah!
Departed emperor?
Guess I got it.
Remember, Joe,
The ambiguous...
okay.
Oh, the
Yes?
The
biggest
ambiguous
wording
wording
caught
caught my eye. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It sounds like he's dead, but it could also mean
He left
he
somewhere.
left some.
Yes, rather curious indeed. But who do you
Okay.
suppose this emperor might be? Napoleon
Gee.
Bonaparte? Maybe?
Oh,
I know shit about French, and I still... Oh! Never
Oh.
mind, you're talking about the Italian emperor. Okay. The emperors of Rome's Nerva Antoni... How the hell do you pronounce that dynasty? And that famous tyrant Nero.
Now, how we were supposed to know which emperor, because...
He's actually going through the list of all the possible emperors in the history of the world, actually.
Okay. You know, I'll admit the way that they're doing this riddle actually seems more intuitive than the last one. Basically, it's trying to challenge you to figure out which thing you could start with, and then I'm guessing there's going to be a process of elimination sort
we
of
have to
thing.
find the right one.
Yeah, how?
Maybe it has to do with another part of the riddle.
But here in Paris, there is only one possibility.
There we go.
And that would be Napoleon first.
Huh. Okay, that was actually clever.
Tisk, Doctor. You just gave me quite a fright.
Yes, I frighten you by, talking.
Huh.
There is only one problem. Here in Paris, There are any number of places associated with Napoleon. Yes, trust me. I spent enough time with this game to learn that the hard way. There's an avenue named after Napoleon. There's a fucking monument named after every fucking thing in this town is named after fucking Napoleon.
Basically, Pedro, you know how nowadays France is known for retreating? Well, basically, when Napoleon was in charge, that was the exact opposite. France were actually going to dominate the entire world.
Come along, Sophie.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
You're not talking now anyway. Alright.
But yeah, I mean, I'll give it this. I mean, so far, this riddle actually seems to be more intuitive and actually clever in how you're going about solving it. You solve it in a way that, you know, you don't have to be some sort of French person to know. It's like, it leads you into the mystery.
I can agree with you on that, Jova, but as I'm going to show off, I think it's the next part, actually. Yeah, I think it's the next part. As I'm going to show off in the next part, believe it or not, you don't actually even have to pay attention to anything they're saying in this riddle to actually move on for the game and the side quests, as I'm going to show. And trust me, I am going to prove that in the next part by literally completing a side quest without even looking at the text. I am not even kidding. But I'll get to but we'll get to that in the next part. A star? I can think of anything like that.
Well,
actually, Jova, go ahead. You be the lady. Why not?
I guess I'll be Sophie while she writes okay.
Yeah, you can be. Why not?
Oh.
Since we're just bored, might as well you be.
Pardon me. Is there anything one you could pass under around here?
You'll be the old man, Bruce.
Okay. Pass under the archway of a building, perhaps.
Perfect. Go with that.
That doesn't sound like what we want. Does it, Professor? Doctor?
God, I'm so used to the assistant role as Luke.
Indeed, something so commonplace when you make so much of a riddle. Could you imagine you be in the place of that old man, and you're like, what the fuck were these people even asking me this for? These people are fucking weird.
There don't seem to be any promising clues here. Shall we try somewhere else?
Remember,
no.
Keep in mind, I intended for Shira to read this, so...
Oh, it's okay.
No, I think not. As I said before.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Remember, in here it's every mystery. No mystery is unsolvable. In here it's like that.
How original.
Yeah. Searching them one by one would be terribly inefficient, so we must look into a word or phrase besides the departed emperor. So yeah, the departed emperor line of thinking was actually wrong, so let's try picking another one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that answer was a waste. Oh, okay,
It's
so
because,
the game punishes...
the conclusion is that the departed emperor is way too ambiguous. It's just no way we can reach a definitive conclusion just from that, so let's focus on past under, perhaps.
Huh.
No, Sophie. I'd say you were onto something. There you go, it's actually past under. The reason I didn't pick past under first is because I wanted to show off what happens if you pick one of the wrong answers.
Okay, so the game punishes you by properly leading you down a false path.
True, Jova, but no, never mind. I'll save it for part 5. Anyway.
No. Go on. What were you about to say? Give me a condensed version.
It makes more. Trust me, Jove. It makes a lot more sense when I'm actually showing it to you in the video. So trust me. Don't worry. I'll save it for the next part. It will be actually relevant there. So might as well.
Okay, well, just tell me this, Pedro. I like the majority of mysteries you solve this intuitive, like in how you try and get the right answer and then go about the way.
Let me give you a basic rundown of what would have happened if I was completing this side quest off screen, like for me, not for the sake of showing off to the audience in this playthrough. The way I would do it is I would just literally mash the A button to skip every single text box and pick any random answer that came up to me and just keep going and going and going, because whatever happens in the conversation, it always ends with the blue mark on the map telling me where I'm supposed to go, so I just go there, I talk to every NPC that's right there, and then I keep doing that, repeat over and over until Lautrec says, there we go, we found the answer, now let's look for the labyrinth. and then I just find Labyrinth and then go complete the dungeon. I'm not even kidding. All the side quests after part 5, I complete them in this exact same way, without even knowing what the riddle. I solved the riddle without even reading it. I am not even kidding. You can basically solve every riddle by just brute forcing your way through the game. I'm not even.
Well, man. Okay. In that case, well, are there any side quests of actual unique writing to them aside from the ones that we are going to focus on?
There is one, but don't worry, I actually show off that one. Basically, anything that is actually worth showing off that's not just random French-driven generic go here or Napoleon this or Zivalit that, I do show off. But things that just comes off as just it's that shit we'll just forget after doing the part.
You know what vibes this game's giving me?
Go ahead.
It's trying to be Sherlock Holmes, and where the main character doesn't really care really too much about anything but the investigation, but even Bid does that even wrong.
Yeah. Notice how he also has a pocket watch right there, just like Sherlock Holmes.
This is actually a good point for me to bring up. It's like, well, yeah, they're trying to do the Sherlock Holmes things, but they're doing it wrong. It's like, well, not many people may know this, but even Sherlock Holmes actually did have his caring side, and mainly his, I don't want to take credit for this, it was mainly a facade at times. It's like, well, he actually did have a slight craving of the limelight. It's like, well, he had more to it than just this. It's like, well, it's like someone trying to be Sherlock Holmes without remembering the entire character traits that made him Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, speaking of Sherlock Holmes, I'm just going to ask, what Sherlock Holmes incarnations have you seen? I've seen the Robert Downey Jr. ones, the Sherlock Holmes BBC TV show, and I've recently seen Mr. Holmes with Ian McKellen.
Yeah, the one I'm most familiar with is the old TV show. Is that the BBC one?
Granada, I think.
Okay.
Joe, what about you?
Hey, Pedro, question. Let's see. The one from Great Ace Attorney, the Robert Downey Jr. one, the more recent one, Ian McKellen, the occasional TV series I spot on.
Oh, you've seen Mr. Holmes?
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Hey, Pedro, question. Are the NPCs going to be copycats for the most part?
Yes, they
or
are.
are they
Yes,
actually
they are.
the same people? Or are they actually the same people? Or are they literally just...
they're technically different people, but they're always using the exact same sprites, and...
This is the entrance.
There you go.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yes. You see now why I'm skipping a lot of this?
Okay.
Let's go for it.
I mean...
Okay.
I cannot... There's only so many times I can look at the exact same sprite, even though it's supposed to be a different person.
Pedro, allow me to say this. Konami.
Hold on.
Doctor, I hear footsteps.
Alright,
approaching.
here's... I thought I would give this one to Dibs. Unfortunately, he has no unspoken lines, so sorry, Dibs.
Oh, well, that's alright. I'm,
Ladies and gentlemen, Bluto from Popeye.
I already got the treasure that's hidden in this labyrinth.
So,
I hate his voice, though. His voice is so loud and annoying. That's right, he found the treasure, a piece of wood.
Disappointed?
Yeah.
Too frustrated even to speak? You
What?
lost, Lautrec.
Is something carved into that wood? Is it
Don't worry,
part
Jova.
of
Don't worry, Jova. We're going somewhere with this.
yeah, I can see what Pedro means about his voice.
He's trying way too hard to be funny.
No good, lousy.
All right, Sophie, let's keep going.
What? But the treasure.
Yeah.
It's already.
Did that scrap of wood Gustav had look like treasure to you?
By the way, I gotta love
That's
how I gotta love how they immediately switched clothes on the spot.
Now that you mention it.
To be fair,
Moreover,
Doctor,
it
the
showed
saying
no
that
signs of
looks
ever
can be
being
deceiving
worked by
often comes into hand with stuff like that. In fact,
Nothing but a piece
is
of
that usually the idea of some
No
hidden
doubt.
treasures that they're the last thing you would expect? Yet they actually make the guy dumb enough to think that
Remember, Jova. He only wants living treasure, and Sophie can detect
So,
living treasure. He just
we
asked
keep
her,
moving
did the
forward.
treasure live?
A great
No, it
mystery
didn't. Oh,
still
then
awaits.
then I don't care.
Wait, I get that, but here's the thing though, it's like, well, how was that even treasure? It was wood. I mean, do we even know what that thing's value in the overall grand scheme of things is? Is it like a piece of the ship we're looking for?
Simple, Jova. We can use it to protect ourselves against aliens.
Huh. So they never explain what's so valuable about that piece scrap of wood.
It's not. It's supposed to be a joke about how our
That
rival is dumb and he
imbecile
just thinks
Gustav thought
wood
the
is treasure.
driftwood here was treasure.
Huh.
The true
But yeah,
treasure,
going back to what I was
however,
about
has
to
yet
say, it's
be
like, well, okay, Konami,
Short,
look.
There's a trick to moving
There are
beyond
many
this
places
room.
where you will need to reuse
And we,
sprites,
Sophie,
like
are
Pokemon
going
and
to
stuff
find
like
it.
Boss Fighters. But this game, this is a story-driven game that has puzzles for a good portion. And
Here we
yeah,
go.
you have some open-world stuff, but seriously, you can't be bothered enough to actually
A new
draw
passage opened
different
up.
models. It's literally the
Sit
same people
tight,
we're
my
talking to, but
darling
different.
mystery.
This is
For
like
I
if
now
in
come
Professor
for you.
Layton or Face Attorney we came across some NPCs who look the same but were supposed.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's the main that's
It
the main
doesn't
problem.
work. It doesn't work here because it's more story driven. Okay. Well, let me clarify. If it's like an RPG like Pokemon, where of course you're going to many different worlds and you're going to have countless different models, so of course you have some excuse to use similar sprites.
Hold on,
but with
Jova,
different things.
hold on. Look, I solved the puzzle!
That puzzle is so easy.
Okay, then, carry on.
But yeah. Okay. Because like, in something like Pokemon or Fossil Fighters, it makes sense to have the same sprites used over because those are big RPGs. They're working on. Well, okay, they have a lot more to use with them.
That's treasure
Granted, you
and
do have a
no
lot
doubt
to use
about
with
it.
yours, but it's a
Let's get to the table,
story-driven.
shall we?
How should I put this? It's a story-driven puzzle game that takes after Sherlock Holmes, and you haven't even really had that many NPC models. It's like, well, in this sort of game,
appears
where
to
it's
be a
more
terrestrial
story-driven, it's... no, I mean, unless they're actually biological twins, you shouldn't have sprites that look the exact same. I mean, at the very least, maybe recolor them, but no, they look the exact same. I mean, yeah, this is technically an RPG, but you're not even focusing on the RPG, and also, your RPG is confined to, like, one battle per area.
Actually, no.
Whereas-
There are more than one treasure item models in each dungeon. In fact,
Hello.
I'm showing that up right now. This is not the final boss in this dungeon.
Okay. But it's still like, well, there's only a limited amount, whereas in something like Fossil Fighters or Pokemon, you're going up against, random battles all over the place.
Let me just bring Shira.
So what have I missed?
Let me just bring that Shira up to speed. Basically, Shira, while you were gone, we solved the riddle, and we discovered that basically, you know about the NPCs we questioned about in the town? Well, basically, there's only like four. The lady, the old man, the gentleman, the boy. Yeah, there's only 4 NPCs, 4 sprites that are repeated ad nauseum.
And with different names, too.
Yeah.
It's like, well, basically, sure, instead
And
of the
because of and ever since he found that, Jova has just gone on an anti-Konami rant.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think I found the right words to sum up my argument against that. It's like, well,
Wait,
when you
Jova,
have, like, only
wait. I defeated the treasure animatos. I did it.
Did you tame it?
Whoa.
I tamed it. I put 2 monsters in, and then I
Great.
defeated it. Wasn't that so awesome?
Yeah.
No.
Alright, that's about it. Go ahead, Jova.
Yeah,
Keep going.
wonderful. Anywho, so yeah. Yeah, to sum up my argument, it's like, well, when you have, like, so very few NPC models, like, the 4 we've seen so far, here's a tip. Why not actually make them their own characters so that we can actually develop them over the side quests instead of trying to copy them over and over as different people who look exactly
Hold on,
the
hold on,
same?
new puzzle. I
and
forgot
just
about
have to
this
start
one.
all over with.
Alright, here's the real final type of puzzle. Basically, in the last part, I forgot about the pattern puzzles. So here's the real final puzzle. Apologies for my mistake in the last part. Anyway, this tutorial uses the stylus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is about a pattern. You see those first 3 things, Joe, on the left side before the question mark?
Yeah.
Basically, there's a pattern, and then you'll see the one right after the question mark. So which one fits there, basically? It's about figuring out which the pattern about it. So yeah, use the stylus to slide the piece we think is the correct answer to the riddle. Try and central hole. Hole. Anyway, tapping the hint button identifies one of the correct pieces, making it easier to find the right one, blah blah blah. Tapping the hint, tap the hint button, see what happens. So yeah, if we click the hint button, it eliminates one of the pieces, the wrong pieces for us. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, Jova, want to try figuring out the pattern?
Let's see. There's 3 there, 3 there. Oh, I get it. It has to do with the way that the whites are arranged. Basically, that one's near the outside, and the one on the right also has the whites, but reversed in that case. So basically, the one there should be a reverse of the one second to the left. Well, you know, first to the left of the middle.
The game says it. From the left end to the right end.
All right.
The circles move one at a time. So that's the pattern, basically. Well, at least,
okay.
Well, at least this is an actual puzzle. There's actually patterns solving here, I guess.
To it.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Now I'm gonna wrap up what I had to say. Basically, Konami, when you have so many few character models, it's much better that you just have them be recurring characters, like what Layton does. I mean, it's like, well,
It
if we're
can't be
gonna...
that difficult to come up with wacky and interesting random townspeople.
Hell, Takuza Nagano, the character designer at level 5, he makes an entire career out of that. Basically, he's not just doing Layton, he also did Inazuma 11, Yokai Watch, and now Snack World. He's pretty much the big character design guy at the company.
Exactly. It's like, well, the problem is that, it's like, well, in Pokemon, you actually have an excuse to just repeat them because, like, well, those characters aren't even really a focus. Yet, with these recurring characters for the side quests, we're kind of going to be wondering why the heck it's the same person but with a different name.
Yeah, pretty much. Also,
it's just a recolor, which is so lazy.
Actually, Jova, I have an interesting thing to say about
it's
that.
even worse than a recolor. It's the exact same color and appearance, just a different name.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Don't worry, Shiroi. When we do the next side quest, you'll see for yourself. Anyway, Jova, I actually have an interesting thing to say about that. I get the feeling the reason why that is because I get the feeling they spent way too much of their budget on the voice acting. Because I get the feeling they didn't balance out their budget well. You know, because
even though I barely know it, voice cast.
You know, level 5. The reason level 5 doesn't put as much voice acting in their in the Layton games as much as, for example, this one, is because they tried to make a balance. Okay, we'll have these animated cutscenes in these particular scenes, then we'll have some voice acting in these particular parts of the game, but we can't really do too much because we gotta sprue our budget through the sprite animations, the music. You know, we gotta a little balance of which parts should get more attention and shit. So it's basically a matter of balance and shit. Whereas in here,
you know,
I get the feeling they put way too much money into the voice acting, and then when it got to the point of actually coming up with sprites, they were like, oh shit, we don't have any more money. Well, don't worry, just reuse sprites, I guess.
Well, that's a good point, Pedro. In fact, allow me to build off of that. I think also a problem is like, well, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with not giving this game a good enough budget and making it an RPG.
No, that's the thing, Joe. I get the feeling this game has a good budget. It's just that it was spent horribly.
Hold on. Let me finish. What I mean is like, well, remember, this game apparently was marketed mainly as an RPG. It's like, well, this game was mainly marketed as an RPG. Okay. But like you said, the issue is like, well, they stretched the budget across too much. Because like, well, you know how the RPG stuff seems rather phoned in?
Yeah.
My guess is like, well, the budget was stretched across not only the voice acting, but also sort of on the hand-drawn animations, and then the actual RPG elements, like, you know, walking around in the field, talking to people, and doing the actual dungeons, and then also the actual puzzles. Honestly, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the voice acting, yeah, but also, if they were going to do both an RPG but also a puzzle-solving thing, they should have,
Hold on, Joe, but there was some,
you
you talked a bit over some backstory. Basically, Professor Gustav runs a company, and his company basically sponsors the museum he works at, so that takes care of his laboratory. So that's how he came to know Gustav. So go ahead, keep going.
But he is a failure.
Oh yeah,
Both as a businessman
of course,
and
both a failure as a businessman and as an adventurer. No, don't worry, Joe. We get your point.
Really want to be an adventurer?
Yeah. To say something positive, Troy, while you were gone, the riddles that led up to this dungeon actually did seem rather intuitive in how we solved them. Although, according to Pedro, that's gonna get ruined by part 5.
Yeah, we'll get to part 5. Anyway.
It's like this, Troy. They actually gave us a question based off of the riddle in the bottom, and we had a choice to pick from. And the game does a rather creative thing of punishing you for picking the wrong answer. Basically, when we picked the wrong answer, we sort of went on a bit of a wild goose chase. Not too long, but long enough to quote-unquote punish you, I guess.
Yeah, punish you for not picking the wrong decision based on the riddle.
Yeah, and I will give it this. This question didn't seem like the question that you had to answer wasn't exactly something that you had to be a French expert to solve. So yeah, kudos to that. And the dialogue actually did seem unique compared to what we've seen before concerning Lautrec and Sophie for this side quest.
That's interesting. The next side quest that I'm going to show actually does have some of the best riddle dialogue. That's why I decided to show that. But we'll get to that.
So I'm guessing riddles with actual good dialogue you'll show as well.
Yeah, because trust me, most of the riddles in this game is just random French trivia, random French trivia, random French trivia. Okay, let's go here because this is the place that more fits the random French trivia we're talking about. Oh wait, this is not the actual place. Okay, maybe it's this place. Oh look, it's this place. Okay, let's go underground. That's basically it. You can always sum up 90% of the riddles to that. I'm not even kidding.
Ouch. By the way, was this RPG element a last-minute thing that they added in just to flesh out the game?
I don't know, Joe, but trying to find out development information on this game is kind of hard because, well, I don't know, but I just couldn't find it really.
But
my guess is Noriaki Okamura-san, aka who once again, for the sake of reminder, was a producer on some of the Metal Gear games. I'm guessing after all the money he made for Konami, I'm guessing this is a pet project of his that he wanted to make. So Konami, I guess, didn't bother so much with marketing because, well, this was something that they didn't really care for. I guess they just made it because it was something that they kind of promised him or something shit like that. I don't know.
Hello, a developer blog.
Oh yeah, the developer blog. We'll do those as an extra after the playthrough. Why not?
Are they in any way interesting?
We'll see. Somewhat. We get this anyway. Oh, there it is.
Might shine some light.
Behold, and bear witness to my moment of triumph.
Did I keep you
This
waiting long,
scenery.
Professor Gustav?
So delicious, this scenery.
You know, the sad thing is, honestly,
It is, without a doubt.
the sad thing is,
I love his reaction.
What? That's absurd.
That's actually pretty funny.
No, you're absurd. See?
Well, I don't
This
like
is
Gustav,
the
so
real
in this
piece
case,
of
I'm actually siding with
flying
Lautrec
ship.
because I don't like Gustav.
Yes,
Fair enough.
I'd say that's the real thing. You did it again, monsieur.
So, let me get this straight.
Though I've no interest in competing with you.
Basically, let's just say Gustav holds a grudge against Lautrec, and I
Now,
think this is
why don't
where
you
she's.
stop this nonsense?
Is she gonna tell the story now? Let me see. Oh yeah, she is actually. Hold on. In that case, hold on. The lady will explain.
Our rivalry will continue till I've run you into the ground.
To the ground.
In other words,
What
you
kind of
won't
accent is
stop
that?
till you've
The
won.
ground.
I'll make a great discovery that will turn the world upside down. You'll see.
Yeah.
Say, here's a question. If Lautrec's not interested in the treasure, why doesn't Sophie still just bring it with them and, show it to the reporters?
Really has a lot of nerve.
Wait a minute.
Simply ignore
Could
him.
you repeat that,
That's the
Joe?
only way to
Who
deal
brings
with
Here's my
Sophie where?
question. Why doesn't Sophie ever bring the
Alright.
other, you know,
But
the
I still
real
don't
treasures, not the
understand.
treasure apparatuses?
Why does he go
It's
out
like,
of
oh,
his
it's
way
like,
to
I can
make
get
you his
Lautrec not
enemy?
bringing them, but why doesn't Sophie just do
How
it?
would I know
Bring
what
which
that
I don't
lunatic
get it.
is
Which treasure things you're talking about? I don't get it.
Think
Okay,
about
okay,
it.
okay.
Sophie's there because she's the only one who can see treasure
You
animatas.
just called me Madame
Okay, okay, okay.
again.
Okay,
Pedro,
I'm sorry,
Pedro,
I'm sorry, I gotta...
Well,
What the
never
fuck
mind.
is up with this Madame thing?
So,
Why
you were
does she
saying?
hate being called Madame?
It's a British
Oh, you are a
European thing.
feisty one,
Basically,
aren't you?
apparently, Madame is sort of a
Professor Gustav is
shall we
quite
say,
dashing, despite what you might think.
mocking term in some
Oh, hey,
regards.
this is the
Hat
backstory.
perched on his head is his
It can be
pride
used
and
as
joy.
mocking, like I said in part 1.
Oh,
It's like,
So
you
he
little
must
madam,
really be a
stop what you're
wealthy
doing kind of
businessman.
thing. But also Madame
day-
is like, it's a
Here
very...
you go, hold on, pay
Who
attention
shall
here.
remain
okay.
nameless,
A certain lady.
told him Monsieur Lautrec looked better than he did in a silk hat.
And that's why he has,
Huh.
and that's why he has a grudge against him.
Monsieur Lautrec
Oh,
as his
shut
sworn
up.
He has a
enemy.
grudge against him over a woman.
Oh,
That
so
doesn't sound
comment
at all.
is what
Totally not
started it all.
cliche, guys.
That doesn't sound at all
I
like
couldn't have
Don
imagined a
Polio.
sillier reason than
Except they
that.
did it better there.
Yeah.
This certain lady wouldn't happen to be you, milady.
Oh? Why, monsieur? You are so very perceptive.
What? It really was you, milady? You big troublemaker.
Friendly rivalry is a good thing, don't you think?
You rapscallion.
Friendly,
I don't
huh?
see what good can come out of competing with that Philistine.
I agree.
Okay, reputation.
Anywho,
Basically,
she does-
I should explain the quest results thing. Basically, your points at the end of each quest are dependable on how well you solve the puzzle. What do you mean how well? Basically, if you solve a puzzle without failing once and without using any hints, you'll get 300 points. Use any hints and you'll decrease in, I think it's 10 points and shit. Basically, solve the puzzles the best you can and you'll get more points. That's basically what it boils down to.
Yep.
Alright, so see you in the next part, everybody, where I render the riddles completely useless. See ya.
Wait, I thought you said that was part 5.
Yes, part 5. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The next
wait,
part-
that's right. This is part 4 we're looking at.
See
Yeah.
ya. Alright,
See ya.
everybody. Alright, everybody. See ya. In the meantime, I'll teach Joe how to count, so see ya then. See ya.
See ya.